Yo, 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 yo. So it sounds like it's working. All right. So welcome, guys, to a surprise stream because I'm bored and I just wanted to stream some Football Manager. That's the only thing that I seem to want to play at the moment. Oh yeah, let's get it started. So last time we were on stream, the music it's a little bit too quiet. All right. So, where were we? The last time we played was when I played against. Or no, wait, this is a whole different save now because I didn't set up the game like I wanted to have. The thing is, I like to play without attribute masking because I like to scout the players on my own and I like to take a look at their attributes. I like to play it more as a spreadsheet simulator with my own scouting. So the last time that we were here, we had like one win. Now I've turned that around with not losing a game. I've started from preseason. I had a little bit of trouble figuring out the tactic that I was going to use because I was semi-confused at first, but no, I seem to have gotten the hang of it. And I will show you the tactic real quick. So our first match is against Dynamo Brest from Belarus. If I'm not wrong, we won 2-1 away, 2-2 at home. Not too bad. We dominated them. We dominated them away. We dominated the stats again, but our defense wasn't as solid. Then we had to play this side from Faroe Islands. Fairly easy. They never had a chance. 6-0 and 7-4. Some of my team just thought, yeah, let's just let them score randomly. And that's what happened. But still, 7-4, 6-0 away. Good results. Then our first league matches came in between a 0-0 draw against Famalicão, which for me is alright. They are like a rival for the European places from the preview that I've seen. Gil Vicente 2, but much easier game. I don't know why. We dominated them. I think we did clear. We were like 3-0 up before the. Where was I? Gil Vicente. Good game. We didn't dominate them, but we had more shots on target than I usually see from us. Then Sheriff came. The first, Jesus, these menus. The first game was alright. The second game was bonkers. We scored all of our goals in the first half. And we were like 5-0 up. And then I made some changes because some players got injured, and I was like thinking, yeah, let's take them off. They scored 4. I was shitting myself that we do and then we didn't bottle a 5-0 lead. So I just put it on. I just parked the bus and everything went fine after that. Against Riwave, 4-0 win. Shock 2-1 win against Benfica, where we dominated Benfica. I don't know why Benfica didn't play their strongest squad. They played like some of their star players, but not all. And I was confused, but I took the chance and we scored 2 pens. They made 2 silly pens in that game. A 3-0 win against Alverca, which we should win. And now we had a home game that I was going to stream, but I thought the Porto game away is more entertaining because this is like the first real test to see if the tactic is good. Because if we get a result against Porto, I might have found a broken beta tactic right now. So, for the squad, I would much rather show you our history. We signed 1 to 7 players, sold 10. Most of them are loans. The 2 guys that we sold was Sidney Lima that I wanted to keep, but 7 point what was it 7.5 million and an almost a 9 million profit if the bonuses hits, and almost 1 million for Pedro Ferreira. I was always going to take that. We replaced at least our star center back semi-decently. We got Nate Philippe from Juventude from Brazil. He doesn't have the stats that look solid, or the stars if you are more focused on that, but he is proper good. He never after I signed him, put him in the conference league thingy, like the squad registration, and all of his games that he started for the league, he's been a great defender. And I didn't even pay that much for him. It was like almost a million, but I didn't get that much money because my board is stealing most of the money. And I thought, yeah, I need a left back as well. So I went to look into Germany's 2nd division, I think, or 3rd division. We got Sasha Risch, again, a player that isn't putting a step wrong. He came in as a fringe player, but he's more of a starter now. Always performs good, never puts a foot wrong. If I could have given him more money, I would have given him more money. We got Lucas Anderson on a free, very good player. He doesn't have the physicals anymore, but the lad's 31, and the last club he played was QPR. So for you guys that watch the championship, a known face. This song sucks. Jesus Christ. We got Mauro Couto from Sporting as well. He has like 5 appearances off the bench. Needs some playing time, but he's on loan, so I wouldn't mind losing him. He isn't one that I'm focusing to keep. No, we got a replacement or a bench player for our the defensive midfielder role. He has been injured since he joined the club. I had the deal already accepted and everything, and he played 1 game for AZ. It said he got injured on their 1-0 win against Volendam. we got him since the 17th. The guy got injured. I didn't see it, and he hasn't played for us. But he looks proper solid. He probably will get himself into the starting 11 at some point. And my proudest signing, I know he isn't the best anymore. His natural fitness is shit. But I had to sign him when I saw the chance and that he was interested. Gerard Deulofeu, ex-Watford player, and he was proper good at Watford as well. If you see his career, very good career. I don't know why he wanted to join us, but he has good technical stats. That's what I'm hoping to get out of him from those technicals and from those mentals. He's very good at taking pens. I hope that I can get like the good from him and not the bad. All right, and then the loans. The rest of the loans aren't that important. They're like smaller players from the B team that I didn't want. Doing your first ever bug report. What is it? So, with us, with me explaining all of our wins and draws, we are first in the league. After the Porto game, we will not be first anymore. I've gotten lucky until now. You know the squad box in the match engine? Yeah, I know that. Does it disappear? Or something like that? Let's get Vinicius on. Actually, let's put my stronger squad. JP Monchi. Rich is good. Firmino needs a rest. We all need a rest, buddy. I think that should be good for the Porto game. Yeah, I know I can collapse it, yeah. So, now I'm going to explain the tactic. Basically, whenever I do the frame rate drops severely, it doesn't happen for me. For me, that doesn't happen. I have to test it again, but it doesn't happen for me. So, combined, this formation looks like a normal formation that you would have used in FM24, and that was my idea because I was getting caught too many times. Too many times, my defenders out of position or my defensive mids weren't tracking back. I took a look at everything, and I've decided for in possession, I have both of my defenders be ball playing because that gets the ball away the fastest. Wing backs to have both of my right back and left back help the wingers because the wingers cut inside. I have the attacking midfielder help the striker, which hasn't led to goals but 2 assists in the Conference League from Lucas Anderson. That's the most that I hope out of him. And for my striker, I have in possession channel forward. Works perfectly for in possession. Now, when I'm out of possession, I have my goalkeeper as a sweeper keeper. It's like the role that isn't like the most shit, because here he doesn't do jack all with these two. But with this one, with the sweeper keeper, my keeper actually can defend balls. He doesn't let them in. I have both my right back and left back on full backs, both of my center backs on center back. Then I have my left midfielder on defensive midfielder duties, and my right one is a pressing defensive midfielder. And I have my my wingers both on the winger role, and my attacking midfielder on the attacking midfielder role. Now my striker gets to be a central outlet center forward. He always stays high. For counter attacks, that's good. That's why I thought I wasn't scoring as many goals as I thought, because I wanted him to play center forward, but he doesn't know how to play center forward. So I just say, yeah, fuck it, you go up front. Now, I have a positive mentality. Works fine until now. Against Benfica it worked, but Benfica were throwing the game. Let me just get this. Why is this spot not able to get? Yeah, 7 is unpicked. Go to 7. Where was I? Team instructions are simple. I have shorter passing, higher tempo, standard attacking width, always counter-attacking, balanced creative freedom. They can dribble whenever they want. I do not like time wasting. I like to keep the ball in play, but set pieces have helped me a bit. In the final third, they can dribble if they want. If they don't want to dribble, that's fine. I want them to hit hurley crosses, discourage shots from outside of the box, of course. And crossing style, I have it as whatever they want. And progression, supporting runs from both flanks, dribbling however what they want. It's balanced. They can choose. Now, build up play. I like to play through press. Shorter goal kicks leads to lesser mistakes. Goalkeeper distribution is balanced, and he always gives it to the center backs. That's for the in possession. The out of possession is it's more clearer now. Higher press. Defensive line is higher. Balanced defensive line behavior. They trigger press more often. They transition into a counter press, and I don't want them to tackle as much because I don't want to get a yellow card. That many yellows and reds. They can press trap if they want. If they want outside or inside, I do not care. It's balanced here. And short goalkeeping distributions, my forward just presses it, and it usually works. Pressing trap in the midfield, I don't have any, and crossing engagement, I let them just cross. And this works as well. My team is doing everything that I'm asking from them, and that's fine. Because I will say, the club, I just taken a look off stream, and the finances should be at recruitment. I do not have anything unspent. I used all of the budget and more than I had to use. Because I found out that the club is in debt. I don't know where I found out, but the club has debt and they will not give me more money if I do not hit 42 million, which will be impossible. Like I can go as far as I want in the conference league, but that won't happen. I won't get that money. But it should be in finances. We have 15 million in debt. They were 30 million. 30, and I've already like slashed half of it off, which is fine. But still, I need more money. I will probably have to sell one of the other bigger stars off, which will hurt my chances of staying in the European places, which I will need to get this team off that debt. I usually read the scouting reports. So Porto play 43. Their top scorer is Vega. Most assists is Sainz. Victor Furholt, my beloved, is doing great. But they have Pepe and Sainz out for this game, which should be helpful for us. And I do not think Samu has hit the ground running as much. So we will have some more days of rest. Fucking hell. I've already seen full training. Full training, alright. Means I have more options for the game. Means I can put Elias back in for Brenner. Luquinhas will be out, but I will put Quackman in, even though he isn't fit. And now for my I don't have anybody to replace him with. I think Lucas Suarez was here. He was our starting right back, and then I just got JP because he got injured. Yeah. I remember now, and he has quite a little bit of potential to sell. Vinicius too, and he is wanted by West Ham. But that's it, probably. I try to sell on some of my player. Actually, I don't know what this Lucas Aruba Aruba guy is doing here. He's a breakthrough prospect, but I don't think he has a contract with us. Move him to the B team, please. Carter injured by Wendell Silva. I mean, alright, Silva, he wasn't going to take your spot again. Chill. He was never going to take your spot. All right. Next match preparation, final third, high press. I'm fine with that training schedule. As long as my ass man is doing everything in those. Sasha is doing good. I think I found a hidden gem in Sasha for the Portuguese league. I might if I do a save when the databases are out, if there will be any databases. I will probably have a look in signing him. They want me to. I will not change. Not to Filippi. He has been great game. Why are you always trying to gaslight me into putting him on the bench? My assistant can go to that. The game always tries to gaslight me into sending Nata Filippi onto the bench, even though he has been one of our best performers. Wait, you know, I will already take a look at this. If Sweat asks me how he looks, he actually doesn't look as bad. I might keep him on a watch list. Wrong word, not watch list. Hey, can you scout me, Puppies de Billy? He doesn't really have sharpness, but I will play him. To be honest. It's the best that I can do. But if JP gets a card, yeah, a second yellow here, that doesn't really matter. Show on to. So, alright, Porto isn't disrespecting me. They are playing with Luke de Jong and Samu. William Gomez, Pepe. We will get a proper beating from this team. We will get a proper beating from Porto. Yeah, for me it doesn't happen. The frame drops. I'm just taking a look. It doesn't happen. So kickoff is off. Porto have a very strong squad. Out, which Benfica didn't have in our game. Might have been a curse. Yeah, I don't understand why. People are saying they have been having many issues. The only issue that I had was this thing not displaying, the match stats not displaying. It seems they have fixed that now. We have a highlight. Vinicius Lopes with the ball passes it to Serginho. Serginho with Firmino. They are controlling possession, which is what I want. Riche puts in a pass. This could be. Did he pass it against the post, or was that a shot? Because now this could turn into a chance from Porto. Yeah. The hot fix, or the update that they did fix some lagging stuff. Zaidu is already injured, so we might have less danger from the left side at least. Because we had the quicker two players on the left with William Gomes and Zaidu. Now we only have one count on that left. This is starting to look like the Benfica game where we had less possession, but we had more shots than Benfica the whole game. Which, for me, is working like a charm. Because if we can get results from all the bigger teams, Guimarães, Braga, Benfica, Sporting, Porto, then we might even end up in a Europa League spot. But Porto have a chance, and Furholt always loves some running. But we are on the counterattack. This is where we are deadly. Goes into my midfielder, but it gets cleared by an injured Zaidu. I do not think we will win this game. Porto with a throw in goes into Pepe. Pepe crosses it and Samu smashes it in. My keeper had no chance to save that. This is, I think, the third game that we are trailing one goal behind. But this match might be the first one that we lose. The thing is, JP isn't on a yellow already, which for me it's fine, because he usually is on a yellow around the 40th minute, 30th minute. We have a highlight. JP, that pass could have gone very wrong, but not to Philippe again. Showing his quality, putting it into Riche. Riche finding the pass to Gabriel Silva, and he sweats it over for Vinicius Lopes to score against Porto. We are drawing against the strongest team, in my opinion, right now in Portugal. As I said, I might have found the tactic that is broken in the beta, because the players that I have should never have this of a competitive match against Porto. Because possession, yeah, I'm not really caring now about possession. That looked dreadful. But if you look at the shots, we aren't lacking behind as much as in my first one, where I don't know, I didn't know what I was doing. But if you get the full game, Sweat or Scott, do the preseason at least. You do not really have to do the tutorials. I found my way around without doing them. We go 1-1 into the break. This is a very good result. Very good result to have against Porto. Now I will put JP out so Lucas Suarez can have so we can have him being match fit again. Do I want to change someone in? I will have to put Kodo in because I'm getting some pressure from Sporting to play him. I will put Delofeo for some match fitness. And Delofeo didn't play bad in the match that he made his debut. He was just unlucky. Porto with a cross. They gets cleared by Serginho, but they have a second chance. Thanks for the scare, Scott. Luke de Jong. And it goes wide. We aren't doing too bad against Porto. Another chance by Porto. Is he going to sweaty it over? William Gomes, do not let him shoot from that distance. That man is very dangerous from that distance. Porto are passing it around. If we can catch the ball and catch him on a counter attack, and Luke de Jong just smashes it between the keeper's legs. Advanced goalkeeper or no party. I have them pretty advanced, I think. At least when they're in possession of the ball. Another highlight. If we could get the ball, but my number 8 is being useless. This is the first game that I've seen Anderson not do anything. And Porto have a second chance, goes wide, thankfully. We are passing it around a lot. We are losing too much possession. I do not have anyone to change Anderson out for. Lucas has already gotten a yellow, so JP can play for the next match. That's fine. Delofeo is trying his best, but he needs some service from our wingers or attacking mid. And it isn't looking at the moment that we are going to get some service, as I've expected to lose to Benfica, but we won. I would never expect to win against Porto, but we are not losing by a mile. That looked like an offside goal. This is the thing that bothers me a lot. It already says that the goal is disallowed before it goes to VAR. So I already know the goal is disallowed because it showed me that it's disallowed. I do not have to take a look anymore. I cannot put any midfielders on because I do not want to re-injure him again. Gabri Vega came on. He wants to finish this match out. I will put Mateus Pereira in. And I'll... which one of these two? I will put MT in. To have a solid defense at least. I've already made 5. I will strengthen my defense and hope you're getting torn apart by a Newcastle legend. Luke de Jong or who? Did Luke de Jong play for Newcastle? He played one season for Newcastle. We have a throw in. If we can get a cross in and no pan call, that's fine. Circle. Oh, he scored! It's 2-2. It's 2-2. We are drawing again against Porto. What a nice play. Finding Mateus Pereira there on the left. He goes with a run down the wing to find Koto, and I don't know what the keeper is doing there. Very nice run from Mateus Pereira. Now we need to defend, and Samu should have scored that. That goes wide. We might be able to FM Porto out of 3 points here. I will keep it on positive, because the only time that I'm putting on defensive is when I was winning 5-0 and somehow threw away a 5-0 lead into a 5-4 lead only. Because the damage was already done when I put it on defensive. When I parked the bus, it was like 5-2 or 5-3. We have a highlight again. Passes it to Mateus Pereira. He passes it to Silva. He loses the ball to Eustáquio. He finds Luke de Jong. Samu. Will he find a pass to Eustáquio? And Luke de Jong is on a one-on-one, and Porto score their 3rd goal this match. That's a problem when you have a striker that can finish his chances. But we have a chance. Deulofeu, with his technique, finds our centre back. Goes to Suarez, Serginho. Our centre back Valencia finds our left winger, Gabriel Silva. And that's a pen. That's a pen. That's a pen. That's a pen. I need to go to pens. I wanted to give it to Deulofeu before, but it got cancelled so he can get a confidence boost. Because the lad needs a confidence boost. That's a pen. If that's not a pen, I will riot. I will riot if that's not a pen. And we have a pen. All right. Deulofeu, show everyone why I signed you to be our backup striker and smash it in against one of the keepers that saves a lot of penalties. Gerard Deulofeu has his first goal for Santa Clara. We ignored that it's from a pen. He just scored his first goal for us after a 3-year break from football. Puts it in well. That's our third pen against a big side. I've already had 4 pens in this save alone. 2 against Benfica, 1 against Porto, and 1 in the Conference League. Another highlight. I do not like this. We have to steal the ball for me to like it more. But Gabri Veiga runs down the wing, goes to Varela, and he smashes it top bins. He smashes the top bin. Heartbreaking scenes at the Dragão. But there is one more highlight. I do not like that Porto have the ball again. But it could be, if they lose the ball now, please put a foot down, not inside the box. 5-3 Porto. I mean, fair play. Fair play. Fair play. They had us dominated the whole game. We were basically offending them up to this point. Goes for a corner, but I do not think we have enough time. What a game. What a game. From the stats alone, Jesus Christ. We were in this game. We were in this game and didn't have the chances to be in the game. But we are still third. That gives us at least a Europa League place. Which actually wouldn't be too good for me because I promised to pay one of my players if we would qualify for the Europa League. But if my calculations are right, we should end the season down 5th, 4th, 6th. But we need one of these 2 places, more preferably the Europa League place. If I want to get the club out of debt. The one thing that I do not know if the game... What the fuck is this thing highlighting everything? I do not want it. Oh, it's gone now. I put the responsibilities. Delegation. Media. I do not want to talk to any of the media. And they gave me that back. I am not talking to the media at any point. It sucks in this game, it sucked in games before. I'm never going to do media. Player of the week, of course, Luke de Jong. That destroyed us. Key findings. This is actually not a bad thing from the data hub. I want the last match. I want the Porto match, not the Alverca match, though. Because I know we did... Oh, here it is. Performing below an average level, Santa Clara were under pressure for a lot of the match with their opponents dominating through. Of course, it's Porto. Player statistics. I would like to take a look at... We should be happy with the result. We outplayed the opposition and scoreline reflects the quality we showed. That's true. This is our first Conference League match in the league stage. We should be able to beat the Croatian side. Hopefully. For you, Scott, you asked about the center backs. This is the closest that I got to a libero. That doesn't fuck me over. This is the closest that I got. You might be content with advanced center backs. They move up to a DM, and they're made to be the next libero. But yeah, so for our first Europa League Conference League match, there are a lot of players that aren't registered because I didn't have them. Clara will have to show up this game. Losinia would have to show up to this game. But he can't. From what you've seen, are you gonna get the game? Because I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, the game isn't perfect. It has its bugs, it has its flaws, the menus aren't the best. I will be honest. But the game isn't. God fucking damn it. But the game isn't as bad as people are making it out to be. It's not like it's the second coming of Satan. And that the game murdered their whole family. God fucking damn it. I have my other right back that doesn't play a lot. But yeah, let's give him a try. What do you not like from seeing clips on Twitter and seeing me play and other people play probably? What's like your biggest issue with the game? Because I will say personally, I didn't have as many issues, and I don't know, Jamstock, did you have any issues which made the game unenjoyable for you? I think we should show everyone why we are the better team. Oh yeah, my whole bench is on a yellow because they went. Oh, this is the new graphic. I like this. I like this for the Conference League. Let's listen to that beautiful Conference League music. If you can hear it at all. I will have to milk every European game that we have. So we kick off. I have to show you one of the funniest kickoffs that I've had in the whole game. I see someone is enjoying the Conference League, at least. I will say the one of my guys literally from kickoff just kicked the ball to a throw in for the opponents. It's your favorite. You know which one is my favorite? Wait, I will show you it. It's the old Europa League sound. I think it's a 2011 anthem. That's a proper. Did we just concede a penalty while I was trying to show you the old Europa League? The old Europa League. Fucking hell! We conceded already a penalty. All right, Gabriel Batista. I believe you can defend it. I believe in you. If you don't defend it, you're a cunt. He defends it. He defends it. He will be given a McDonald's after this game. Let's fucking go. He defended the penalty. That's the first penalty I've seen defended. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Can you guys hear it? This is my favorite Europa League anthem from all time. Are you on Nvidia or are you on Nvidia? I'm in the same boat. Some of the game I haven't. I think I have updated it recently because one of the drivers broke. One game for me, I had like 30 FPS, and I have like a 4080 Super. We have a chance. Gabriel Batista is on the floor, and we score. We score our first goal in the league stage. We might actually do something funny in the conference league. If we get into the playoffs, that's mission accomplished for me already. That's a tight angle to put it into. I will put the music back. Have fun at the pub, Jamstock. How is your before you go? How's the save going with Stockport? Have you gotten your gripe already with the game, or are you still having like some difficulties with it? You lost the first game. Did you do the? Did you use like I played like all of the preseason games, which I usually don't, and it showed results for me in having a better tactic than last stream. Against who was the first match? Was it again? Was it against like one of the stronger opponents, or was it against Bradford? And now you hate them even more. A chance for the Croatian side. You know what? That's what happened to me at the Sheriff game. But we were like 5-0 up in the. We have a chance, and it gets blocked by the defender. But we have a throw in now. Yeah, we had tons of chances still, and we only scraped by with a 5-4 win against Sheriff Tiraspol in the fourth qualifying of the Conference League. We have a chance. Range with the throw in, throws it into Anderson. Nice pass from Anderson. A nice cross from Rich and a bicycle kick. What a fucking goal! That's the first bicycle kick I've seen in the match engine this year. We have to see that again. A nice cross into Vinicius Lopes, and he just goes for it. What a goal, what a clip. If somebody can clip that. That's a very nice goal. I've never seen on this match engine, and I had like crosses like that in many games. I've never seen them doing a bicycle kick. I've like seen on FM24, I've seen like one or two. What a goal. And of course, what a vision from our third division left back. He came from the third division of Germany, from the Dritte Liga. And he. Thanks for the clip, Jamstock. That will get highlighted. Yeah, it will go. It will go on the TikTok. I've never seen a more beautiful bicycle kick in FM. Probably my 5 jumping center back would do that. All right, Scott. It would have been a nice block, but the Croatian side gets 1 goal back. I have to wait. Let me take a look how you say their name. Are we going to throw away our 2-0 lead now in a couple of minutes, like we did in the Sheriff game? Thanks, Jamstock. Have a nice time at the pub. We have another chance. Diogo Klein, and he gets it over the keeper, hits the crossbar, and it goes in. Nice goal from our right back, our third choice right back. He cuts it in, and that's what I want from my right backs. We are winning 3-1. I might take Rish out because he is on a yellow. And Anderson I can't really take out. He's still injured. I will take out Gabriel Silva. If I had someone to take him out by. Maybe get Wendell out and put Clara up front. Wendell could be decent on the left winger role. He has gotten his goal. He has done his job this match. He just now has to do a job as a winger. Let's just call him Mostar. I think that's the easiest way to pronounce the name. Mostar with a free kick, not a highlight, which I like. We are dominating this match, and this is what I like from this formation. We dominate the stats more. We have more chances. I think I might have, as I said, found a game-breaking possession-styled football tactic in the beta already. What a free kick. What a free kick from Mostar. They are slowly coming back into the game. I will keep it on positive. I will keep it on positive. Firmino with a yellow card. I do not have a defensive mid. I might have to look at some loans for the January transfer window. Maybe sell some players on when they get crossed at me that they're not playing. But I mean, I put them on the transfer list in the summer and they didn't want to leave. What the fuck is Iberian? A Georgian club is second. How do I go back now? I think this should work. A Georgian side is first. Us with winning 1-0 puts us in the... Where does it put us in? It should put us... Let's expand it. We are 11th with this result. Let me go very defensive for the final minutes of the game. So we don't bottle this. We don't bottle this beautiful lead and that beautiful goal that we got. One chance from Mostar. Gets cleared by Serginho. Vinicius puts it to Anderson. Back to Sergio. A bad pass puts it into Illich. He cuts it in, and it goes wide. The panic is off. We now have to hold out the last 4 minutes of this match. And we have brought in some points for Portugal this match day, which would be huge for our attack on the Dutch league and the Belgian league. Goes wide, not by much, but it goes wide. I would have tweaked, and we have won our first European league match. Nice work by the team. So with this result, we will take a look at the result of everyone. Puts us in 10th, which is nice for us. So let's see. Porto won their 2 matches. Puts them second. They won against Midtjylland and Rangers, which is nice. Braga are in the playoffs, probably. They drew against Club Brugge and won against Steaua Bucharest. That's, again, some good points for us. In the Champions League, Ajax are doing Sporting, have drew 2 games, and Benfica lost 2 games. The clubs down in the lower leagues or in the lower European competitions we are pushing right now our league up. These are the rankings that I don't want. I want to see where can I see continents, Europe, competitions, probably, right? No, this is the reputation. Here is what we probably want to see, right? No, this is not what we want to see. Qualification places. Where is the coefficients? I want to see nations coefficients. I have to read more. We already have. Oh, it doesn't show. Does it show us at the end of the window? At the end of the season? Because it doesn't make sense if it doesn't show us. It doesn't show us before, but it's good because Netherlands doesn't have all of their 6 teams in Europe. Belgium only has 3. We are like the only ones that have 5 out of 5. And of course, the top 5 leagues, with only France not having 7. Which were the ones from France? Because we could jump over France. So PSG is probably there. Nice, I know that they have qualification games. They are down in the Europa League. Rennes should be in the Champions. No, they are not. Lyon are in the Europa League. They were on a straight place to the Europa League. Marseille, Champions League. Toulouse, not there. Monaco, they are playing Champions League, so we have 3, I think. You know what's easier to see? Probably from the fixtures. No, it's probably not easier anymore because you could see before. This is the thing that I don't like about this year's, that you cannot see anymore which one. Let me take a look. The 25 or the 24-25 season League 1. So it would be Lille. Lille are in the Europa League. Lyon are in the Europa League. So it means Strasbourg. But Strasbourg are in the UECL. Now it confuses me. All of their clubs are still in. They have 7 clubs, so it means the coefficients is bugged. Two players need to rest. Probably, yeah, both of my DMs need to rest again. Which makes sense. They didn't have any rest since the season started. Let me put them on a 2-day rest. Key findings: we've defended attacks from the central areas very well. We've allowed 83 entries, developed into 6 shots on goal. 3 out of 11 shots attempted from inside the penalty area. We struggled to make inroads into attacking area from the left, with just 13 out of our 61 entries into the attacking third. We lost a lot of possession on the right side of the pitch on the final third. We have 3 players called up. The African guys are going. One of them is important, the other one isn't. I will want to give him probably a contract. Isn't interested in entering. He isn't being transfer listed. I will take him off the transfer list. He would, if I can get him on the same wages or a little bit higher. He isn't interested now, but I will give him like a month until he gets interested again. So we are going to play Muririn's next. Muririn's in real life very good. One of my personal dark horses for the European places this year. Player analysis. Sorriso. But he's a family count player. I could take a look at Sorriso. If he is cheap enough, he isn't cheap enough. I do not want that. I do not want this thingy. I do not want this thingy that keeps popping up. Under more monitoring, partial pass. So let's take a look. If I can, those senior can come back. Delufeu can play for this match. I have to remind myself that I have to drag the players that I want. And I can put Nenka back into the up one. I can put Rasha back. JP can come back for this match. Lucas is wanted by who? Club Bruges and São Paulo. Reinaldo isn't in my squad. Can I get you on an impact? I could get him on an impact. I will want this. The rest is fine. If I can get this out. Is there a way? If I bump this up to 40. 18? And if I give you more, like a 60. You said you wanted 1.7. But he would want 1.7 to 1. Now instead of between. That's clearly a lie. JP is still injured, so I will. When will he come back? Into 1 to 2. This thing is annoying. How can I get this out? It isn't in accessibility. In Matt, it should be in. It should have been here, but it isn't. Your world, it shouldn't be here. FM menu, go back on holiday, go on holiday. This is still the same. How do I turn navigation off? Show pictures and stuff have been generated by the game. Display natural positions only. There isn't anything to disable this. That's painful. All right, I will be right back. Hope they don't do any shenanigans while I'm going to do going to turn my parents' TV box on. I will be like 1 or 2 minutes away, mostly. All right, I'm back, and when I'm back, we concede a goal. Not a very good goal to concede, but we are getting our asses handed to us. That's what I'm going to say. Probably, yeah. We do not have the depth to go to play Europe and the league. This is where we will probably suffer a lot. Playing in Europe and then playing a on the league on the weekends. But the thing is, we will need the coefficients. Let me take a look at the league table. We aren't still doing that bad in the league, even though we lost our first match. Sporting are running away with it, but I probably think Porto have one match less or two than Sporting. But we are slowly coming back into the match. Slow and steady. Which is good. Struggled in the first half. I will probably put JP on even though he's injured. I will slowly have to start Konkman. Lopes is already dead. And Silva is not having a good match, but I will give him like, let's say, 20 more minutes. If he doesn't create anything in those 20 minutes, Delafeu is coming in. Or in general, he gets 20 more minutes and then Delafeu comes in. Corner kick for Moreirense. Goes wide, but it's the pen. Committed by Kotu. That's a clear pen. And probably my goalkeeper can save that. He saved us in Europe. Maybe he can do it again. And he saves the pen again. I think I might have the best penalty stopper in Europe. Who is Emi Martinez compared to Gabriel Batista? Defended 2 pens, not that bad. We could have been down more by more. That was a dreadful pass by Anderson. He hasn't been having a great games on stream. And Shketin just scores his 4th in the season. And this is my call to put Delafeu in, even though he isn't match fit at all. Maybe let's put Mateus in. And let's get Gabriel Silva off. I've done already too many. The thing is, we are getting slowly back into the match, but it might be a little too late to get back. As Moreirense have smashed through our defense, with Benny and Shketin both getting 2 very good chances. In not a good day for the boys. But still, I am hopeful that I can do something. Not if Philippe starts playing from the back. This looks like it can put us back into the match if we score from this highlight. Our new man with on his debut after being almost a month away on on injury. We are going up front again, but the highlight didn't even get us up to the box. I don't know why it showed us that useless highlight. Let me take a look at Shketin. He might be a player that I could go for in our second season. He is, on paper, a better player than Delofeu, I think. Let's go very attacking the last 15 minutes, but I probably won't do anything. The Conference League match has probably knackered up the boys, and Moreirense aren't a bad side. In their second season up after being relegated. Last season, they didn't have a particularly good season. And the thing is, Moreirense are the only club in Portugal right now that their home games get shown on public television. That's like a random fact for you lot. But our right back on loan, JP Chermont, has had a very solid game on the right. And we lose our second game of the season. There is a visual bug right there. Might have to report that. This puts us in contention to lose out on Sturil. And Porto have one game less. So it means probably they will play on the Monday fixture. But we do have the Taça de Portugal as our next match. So this is a good chance to show off what we can do, or my backups can do. I will put JP, I will put MT on the right. Nenka can come and play this match. Mateus Pereira, so we don't risk him getting sent off. Cockman can come in. Lothing, will he be back for that game? He will be back, fully recovered. So I will rest Anderson for that game. Wendell Silva can have a match off. Serginho is the only one that will probably have to play from the starting 11. Because I do not have another DM at the club at the moment. But that's after the international break. I want to know how to turn this thing off. I can't turn it off. Let me just save the game and go to the starting screen. It still is there. Hmm. Because this thing here annoys the fuck out of me. Game news. Let me restart the game and see if I can get the thing off. That's the wrong screen. So let's get back into the game. And hopefully that annoying thing is away. I will probably have to write them a bug report or a fix report when that thing happens again. No, it's gone, but I don't know for how long it's gone. So we have some of our players doing good. At least, like, the players that are mostly on our starting 11 are doing good. Let's criticize them. Because that usually works. Pacheco, I do not care. And I hope Delufeu can, if he gets more time in the squad, he can actually do some decent training in. So let's skip this, but I will take a look at the and who is high. Our lone player is high risk, MT is at high risk, but the rest aren't as high as those two. As part of our weekly staff meeting, I'm compiling all the brief. I can move him. No, the dressing room is. Why is my adsman gaslighting me? We should send Delafeo on a 22 intensive course. That's fine by me. Alright, all of my star players right now are happy. That's good for me. Scouting update. Why is he recommended? He has the potential Liga Portugal standard, but he's already 21 and he's only a decent Liga 3 player. Let me take a look. 21-year-old Insigne would be nice, but he will probably want higher wages. Igor Rebelo, he's a center back. I don't know. I'm happy with my defense at the moment. I do not need him. Craig Dawson is available. Let me take a look how much I can give somebody. I could give him up to 4 point. All right. And Craig wouldn't be too bad. But I'll take a look. Like, Dawson is great and all, but too old. But I can give 4.5k 4.5k a week or 4.6. That is not the worst. If I could find a DM, a good DM, long shot 6. You know what? From his stats, João Pedro was it Liga 2 last season? If we take a look at Firmino beats him in some areas, but he beats him in the most areas, but he beats him on 2. Firmino might be a good shout. But let's take a look at the world. We just have to update that real quick. So, Daniel, isn't that the Leicester player? The Leicester player, he wouldn't be too bad. If I take a look at Firmino again, it's not that I want to replace Firmino, but he is better in all areas. How much would he be interested in coming to us? I cannot give him that kind of money, but he would have been a very nice player to have. Andre Herrera is too old. Josh De Silva would be a good midfielder to have, but he doesn't play the roles that I need him to play. Let's take a look. He doesn't play the roles that I would need. I know this guy from somewhere. Yeah, he used to play at Gent and was a Watford player. Didn't have a match for them though. Not too bad. A Gambian player wouldn't probably want that much of a wage. Not really. And I put him down to 4k. Him as a backup with our guy on loan would actually be good. If I can put him up to an impact sub. He wants 3.8 a week. Loyalty bonus is okay. If I can get him down to 3.5 or 3.6. That's not the worst that I've seen. from the free agents. But I could take a look at more. At Leandro de Souza, but he doesn't play DM. But I have people that are natural at the role. He is a natural. He is not natural, but he can play. His stats are better than the Gambian guy. But he would want too much money. He would want too much money for me to consider him. Van Ginkel would have been nice if it would have been like the Chelsea Van Ginkel when he used to have good stats. Danzi, not that good. The Gambian guy is better. Good strength, good balance. The rest are quite average. Has very good mentals, but his technicals aren't the best. Yeah, no, that is in the game, but you want to see the funny thing. So let's see. This guy, 31. No, I don't want to scout him. If I want to go with the Gambian guy, I would need to know his name though. So Thibaut Vaughn. I have the Gambian guy here. They are usually down here. But you have to look for their names. Okay, like here is the one player that I took a look once. And you can see like that this guy surplus requirements. Oh, I brought this thing back. Yeah, Reddit is not very at the moment, but you can take a look at like other players. Sometimes they're down here, and you can take a look. Juan Ferreira. I would like to take a look at this guy. Because I think he's out on loan. But I actually had the option to. Here he is. No, I know why he's on loan. Staff recommendations. But I think you can compare him like this as well. Give them both trials. I think there was a way to compare both players. And then you could compare him. Yeah, now you should be able to compare them. Because now he's at the club. So let's see at the attributes. Technicals, they're both the same. The French guy wins more on crossing, dribbling, but loses on first touch. He has better heading, better long shots. But the Gambian is better at marking, better at passing, has better technique. Thibaut Vaughn has better tackling, though. Corners, free kicks, and penalty taking. The French guy is better. On the mental side, he is much better, but on the physical side, or no, on the mental side, they're both the same. They both have their strengths and their weaknesses, and on the physical side, the Gambian is much better. So I will probably go for this Gambian guy. And he doesn't want that much on the wages. But I could take a look. Amramati is much. He doesn't win on much. So I will sign the Gambian up to the club. So, our first Taça de Portugal game. Do I want to play Nanka? Probably. To give him some game time and probably so that Cameron Club doesn't get cross at me for not playing him as a backup goalkeeper. Because he doesn't have the quality for me to play in the Conference League. He doesn't get a touch at the Conference League. These guys that I'm playing right now, Alpondruada, they won against a first division side in real life. In the Portuguese Cup, they beat, if I'm not mistaken, Estrela da Amadora. Did I miss the Delofeu banger? Did I just miss the Delofeu banger from outside the box? Took a deflection, but still, it's a nice goal by Delofeu against a fourth division side, but still, nice goal by him. I've stopped going on Reddit, or at least on the FM Reddit, because it's too hostile. And it seems like I'm like one of the smaller group that is enjoying the game much more than last year. Which, I mean, each to their own. Everyone can say the game is good or is bad in their own opinion. But Liverpool are shit. What the fuck are Liverpool doing now? Are they losing? They lost against Brentford. That's an interesting result. 5 losses in a row is great. Wait, it isn't 5 losses in a row, though. Right? They won in the Champions League, so it's not 5 losses in a row. Even though I do not mind Liverpool. It's in the last 6 games they lost 5 and won 1. Yeah, they won against Eintracht Frankfurt 5-1. Which I still don't understand how they lost to Galatasaray, but I'm happy for the Galatasaray fans. Now to Philippe with the yellow card. Alaporida have a chance from a free kick. And it goes wide. That's a horrible shot. It's not even on target. So we have a chance now. But the but Klockman has had a horrible loss in the midfield. You cannot lose it there. Goes over the bar, which is a good sign for us. We have a throw in that goes straight into a goal kick because he just throws it in aimlessly. They have another chance. They are playing at the back, which for a smaller side from the 4th tier. And it hits the crossbar. Mauro is injured. I will take him off for the second half. It's a goal kick. Not that much of an issue for us in the first half. We aren't leading by more goals. I don't know why. So Code goes off, has probably a potential foot injury. I will put Nata off. Get Vinicius in for the second half. Let me take a look. How did he perform? Oh, I cannot see. That's the only thing that I have an issue. I want to see how my players performed because I knew I had 2 on a green. I had Delafeu and another one. They have another chance, but it gets cleared by JP. Delfeu hands it forward to nobody. I do not expect something like that from a Prem player. And their shot goes wide again. They're having too many chances, and one of those will go in. Let's get Rish on. I will not get a striker off. For me, he needs some confidence. And the best confidence booster is playing against smaller sides. So another highlight. Much passes into their center back. They are looking to go forward, but gets stopped by our defensive midfielder, Serginho. Finds Vinicius, Luquinhas, and Luquinhas puts it up over the bar. If he would have squared it to Delafeu, he would have done better. I think probably I should put Gabriel Silva on for the last half hour of the game. We are not having many highlights as I would have liked, but still, no highlights is good as well. So it means we won't bottle our lead now. But I might have spoken too early because we can still bottle this lead. Rish puts it to Luquinhas. Luquinhas puts it to Serginho. MT to Vinicius. Lucas Soares. Back to Vinicius. He shoots it against the post, but Lucas Soares with another chance to cross it in. And he tries to get past his man, and it gets defended. Serginho with a yellow card that probably wasn't needed. By the XG, we should be at least up by 2 goals now. MT gives it to Venciano. Serginho, MT to Serginho. They're looking probably for a gap. Rish finds a run from the wing. He sweaties it over, but it gets blocked by the defense. Another cross gets cleared by the defense. Rish can go with another cross, but it leads to nothing. Another highlight late into the into the second half. They send it to their striker, gets cleared by my defense. Delofeo puts it to Luquinha, puts it to Vinicius. And we properly closed off this game now. 2-0. Vinicius Lopes with a professional finish. Nice passer from Delofeo and Luquinhas to find Vinicius on his run. He sends it over the keeper that was trying to dive into his direction to close the gap, but doesn't do enough there. We should have won this match by more. Now that I'm looking at the chances. There is still one highlight left before the game ends. Risch to Kochman. Kochman to Serginho. He passes it to Vinicius. Vinicius is looking to find someone. He finds Risch on the wing. Risch passes it to Gabriel Silva. He tries to find Luquinha. And Luquinhas puts us up 3-0. Nice team play there. Professional team play again. This is what I want from my wingers and, of course, from my attacking midfielder. Another deflection. Their goalkeeper won't be happy with the defense today. 2 deflections that led into a goal. So I wasn't expecting us to have that such a difficult time against them, but still. Some difficulties. We might have to draw for the fourth. I don't know anymore if the first division teams in Portugal get trade into the fourth, but that should have been the fourth stage if I'm not wrong. No, it was the third. Now we're in the fourth, which will be drawn on the 20th. Yeah, I will bring him in. It says he's a veteran, but he's not a veteran. He's only 29. Oh no, I read that wrong. Can I confirm him to play in the league? I can. So let's welcome him into the club. And now we at least have 2 DMs to rotate from, because if we had another Moreirense game, like, are we playing Prague again? No, this is a League Cup. I do not care that much about the League Cup, but maybe the board wants us to go far in the League Cup, just to be competitive, okay? So it's preferred, but not required. Like these two. Qualify. It's desired to qualify for the Conference League. Luis Rocha is injured, but that's not that bad, to be honest. For the away leg, or for the game against the Israeli club, I will put my normal team out. Kalkman goes back to the bench. I will keep Kotu on. Lukinhas Anderson will play this match. And I will put the players that are registered to play in the Conference League in. I will have to take some of them out to register the new players, probably Delufeo, who is that isn't registered, because I got Delufeo late. So Delufeo has to be registered, Elias has to be registered, and this guy has to be registered, which would take Carter's place, Paulo Victor's place, and Roche's place. So we will probably play until the second Braga game in the Taça da Liga. Nascimento, under 19s, Fizio. I still don't understand how he hasn't developed, how they two haven't developed a little bit more, because they have been playing very good. He is not tested, so I will put Vinicius on for this match and bring Kotu on for the second half if we are winning. To see how he can handle, because we will probably need him for the second half, for the Braga game. So, this graphic I still find fascinating, even though it's just a normal one. Goddamn, I love. So, Scott, you as a Newcastle fan, do you prefer the Champions League anthem or the Europa League / Conference League anthem? Because, to be honest, I like the Europa League anthem better. Even though the Champions League one is iconic. So there is a highlight for us. JP passes it back. Anderson finds Firmino. Firmino passes into Serginho. We are looking for a gap, but Hapoel read us well. They have a chance now. They shoot, but they get saved by Gabriel Batista. I know. Wait, which Hapoel club is it? Beersheba. Yeah, Champions League more money, but which one gets you more hyped up? Did you even play in the Conference League or Europa League last season? Who played in the Conference League was Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham. In the Champions League, it was Aston Villa, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. And there was an eighth club, right? Did you play Champions League last season as well? I don't remember you playing last season. I remember you playing playing in 23-24, if I'm not wrong. Risch has the chance. He shoots, but Anderson with his first goal in the Conference League from a bad save from the Beersheba keeper puts us up 1-0. No Europe last season. Yeah, that's what I remember. Because you lot took 8 clubs last season, and because Tottenham won the Europa League, means that you have 9 clubs this season. It wouldn't even matter if Man United or Tottenham would have won it. You would have had an extra English club. JP gets still to that cross. Anderson tries to pass it to Vinicius, but it gets cleared by the defense. Anderson tries to find Vinicius and finds him, but the cross gets cleared and goes straight into the keeper's hands. He smashes it up to their striker, and it leads to nothing. How have Newcastle done in the last couple of games? You won against Fulham today. I know you won against Benfica in the Champions League. Won against Brighton, won against Nottingham, won against Saint-Gilloise, lost against Arsenal, won against Bedford, drew against Bournemouth, lost to Barcelona, won against the mighty Wolves, drew against Leeds, lost against Liverpool. Which, even though you lost, it was a cinema game. One of the best Prem games this season. From Newcastle. Gabriel Silva goes past. He should have passed it, and it would have been 2-0 up. I don't know why he tried a shot there. He could have crossed it to Vinicius. He would have had a clear path to score it. Or he could have passed it, and it was just a tap in for Silva, for Wendell Silva, or Vinicius. But we are 1-0 up, so I do not really mind him wasting that chance. And those words will probably bite me in the ass when we are losing 2-1. But it doesn't look like we're going to do that bad, because we are controlling the game on the match stats. There is a corner kick before the game ends for Beersheba, but it gets cleared by my defense. And it goes into halftime. Don't know why that wasn't highlight. So I will definitely get Wendell off, put Carter in so he doesn't lose value, and I can sell him on in the winter transfer window. JP has had a quiet game. Rish, as always, very good. I will rest Serginho. I will do these two. Because in my opinion, we might need for the Braga game some of our better players. Might get some players in to play. Kuto can come in. Swatch can come in. Then I'll leave one substitute for the final minutes to time waste. None of them are quite tired yet. They had a break, the international break, and I didn't play them for the cup. There is another highlight. Rish plays it up to Lucas. Anderson finds Lucas again. Goes back to Rish. He runs down the wing. Passes it to Silva. And he will shoot, and it goes over the bar again. Or did it get saved by the keeper? It got saved by the keeper. Another highlight. Rish trying to make another chance. Gabriel Silva tries to go past his man, goes past his man, but can't beat him. It gets crossed by Rish. Cockman finds Anderson. He finds Gabriel Silva, and it goes behind and it gets saved by the keeper again. Another cross. Kuto crosses it in. It gets punched away by the keeper. And Lucas passes it to Kuto. And Anderson tries to go for a second goal, but it gets deflected off the way. We are not playing bad football, at least in Europe. Which might help us with our financial situation. There is another chance. But now for Beersheva, they are trying to break us down. I should probably get Rish out. I will put Mateus Pereira in for the last 15 minutes. as Rish has done his job. He has done his job very well. Another chance for Beersheva, as my players get a little bit knackered for the last 5 minutes of the match. They get past Mateusz, but it gets cleared by a centre back. Another chance, and they score. Ronnie Malinsky scores, but Nata doesn't clear the ball there. He loses his one-on-one with his man. We would need a reaction from the boys, but I am not seeing it. But there could be a chance by us. Gabriel Silva loses the ball, and Beersheva have another chance to go up front. I think Mateus Pereira loses his man again, but gets his ass saved by Gabriel Silva, I think, or Kochman. One of those two saved his ass. And what did I say when we went 1-0 up and Gabriel Silva missed both sitters? Those words would bite my ass, and they did. Because we are now drawing a game that we should be winning. I will try to go more attacking the last 5 minutes. And we are going to probably draw at home against a side we should beat. And that's it. Gabriel Silva will have a lot of things to answer tonight. He should have scored both of his chances, and he didn't. I don't know what he was thinking with those two chances. Ancelotti was at the game. I do not think one of my players is going to go there for play for the Brazil national team. We should have won that game. Will bite me in the ass, like I said. But we now have to concentrate ourselves for the next match against Braga. We already have taken 2 points off of them. And as I said, I will need my strongest squad to play them in the cup, but I need 2 under-21s. He is an under-21. I will probably have to take a look at my B team for another under-21. We will do something scummy for the second for the game. The second we start the game, I will substitute Cabido off. Let me just put some of the lads in that I need for the match. What do I need more? I don't not think I need someone else. I might put our new DM into the into the bench. I wanted to see again again the third division lad from Germany, the rich guy, best 25k 250k that I've spent. He isn't a third division player, at least in FM. He could probably do a job at another at a side outside of the top 5 leagues. So, probably while the other teams play, we will play in the League Cup, and then we have to play on Saturday again. We get overtaken by Benfica, but I was already expecting to get overtaken by Benfica. Porto overtakes Sporting. At least if we don't drop out of the European places for now, that shouldn't be a problem. I won't sign you, lad. Sorry, but I've already taken a look at the new lad that we signed. If I wouldn't have had anyone, I would have probably signed him. So, to comply with the rules, we have to do it like this. The teams are warming up. I hope Braga don't bring like their strongest squad to this, but they do bring a semi-decent side. So, as I said, I think, yeah, after this, it only has to be like the starting 11. After that, you can just take the player off. I waste one of my subs and one of my stoppages, but I do not really care. If it's to get like the upper hand, because the AI doesn't understand that you can take the players off. Nice save there by Gabriel Batista. We are struggling a little bit against Braga, but it's expected. Bloody hell, I thought I turned the ads off, or I don't know how to turn them off because I do not really want to run ads. I find them annoying when I watch Twitch. But I think that's the problem of me that I went affiliated like 2 years back. Nice chance by Braga. Goes over the bar. I mean, listen to this song already. Rich to Nata. Nice passing play. Nice team goal. And Lucas Anderson gets, I think, his third goal of the season. He's getting the ground running now after some games on stream, because he was decent when I was playing off stream. We have a throw in. Serginho to JP. Koto passes it. He passes it to Firmino, and the keeper gets his hands to an outside of a box shot. Braga with a chance goes over the bar. Maybe always press Pau Victor would be the plan. If we could go 2-0 up for the second half, but we are called in for the break. I will put Vinicius on. Let's get Delafeu on for this match as well. And I think I could do something crazy and put the new lad in. But I will keep the team like this and just use those two. Why did my subs go through? Vinicius and Delafeu. please. That's a stupid yellow to get, Firmino. I will put Kochman in. So another highlight, not to put it to Kochman, the dish with a chance puts it in, and Lucas Anderson gets his second goal this match, his fourth this season. Nice play by the boys. And I think that should be us clear now to go through to the semis. We might have another chance. JP with a short pass to Vinicius. Kochman, he crosses it to Vinicius, and he scores the third of this match. We might be through to the semi-finals of the League Cup, which should bring us some money in, so we can take the club a little bit off that, because Portugal doesn't have that much money to give around in the competitions. It's probably going to be like 10k-ish, 5k-ish, not that much. I know at least from from older FMs, you didn't get that much money from the cups, and from the league you don't get any money. Most money I made was from signing and selling players and Europe. So, oh fuck! I used all my stoppages. I can't do more subs. No, I forgot that I've stopped a lad in. But we should be able to see this off with the players that I have now. Pau Victor tries, or is it Paulo Victor? But we have a chance on the counter-attack. Vinicius, if he didn't stop, he might have had a chance, but he gets to his man, and we are 4-0 up against Braga in the cup, in the League Cup. Anderson is having a very fine game. He beats his man with style and goes on that one-on-one with the keeper. 2 goals from Vinicius, 2 goals from Anderson. I'm quite happy. We might have another chance. Vinicius, Delfeo with a good pass. Vinicius again for his hat trick. We are 5-0 up against Braga. After that, I would have taken a 0-0 or a 1-0 defeat or a 1-0 win, but 5-0 is a statement win against Braga. And for Vinicius to get his hat trick in this game. Very well played from the boys. Might have been a blessing that I couldn't have done more subs. But we are through then to the semis. And we beat one of the bigger clubs in Portugal now. It's the second time I beat a bigger club in Portugal that I shouldn't be beating. There's just 3 minutes left in this game, and we will see out our this quarterfinals off. Only 3 minutes more left of extra time, or 3 minutes added to the second half, and we see Braga off and go through to the semifinals. 5 more seconds, boys. And we have done it. We are in the semis of the League Cup. With a perfect 10. All right. So let's take a look. Porto beat Vitória. Benfica beat Tondela. And I have seen we got Benfica, right? Yeah, we got Benfica. How much money did we get from for winning that? Match rules. You get losers prize money 20k. We only get 20. All right. But all right. So that would be the final game of the stream. I will see you guys tomorrow for the Benfica game, I think. We get Sporting before, but I think I will come back for the Benfica game for the semifinals, which we shouldn't get any results from that. And next time when you will see me, we will be hopefully in the playoffs of the Conference League and not have bottled our nice lead here in the league. Or not lead, still be in the European places. So yeah. So for everybody that watched, it was a fun stream. Now that I know how to play the game, it's a little bit easier. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the Discord. I hope you have a nice night or rest of night. I'll update you if I couldn't stream tomorrow, but I will probably